Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon, Melody. Yes, it was a very unusual day today. The United States government has been in the market since last April in all areas. And then I'll go back and cover the current thing that's going on. I thought we had a support level at 1,700, and that didn't happen. And so you're probably wondering, what do I do? Well, first of all, it's too late to sell. Second of all, your support level is 1538 to 1550. That will be tested tomorrow. And silver will probably go to 26.5, 7. I will be a major buyer tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. And I don't even know what I'm going to buy. I'm just going to tell Melody, here's the amount of money I got. You buy the best thing you got. And that's what I always do. Yes, they trash the commodity market. And before I go any further, they are your government. That's who's doing this, with the help of other central banks. And they trash the commodity market deliberately. It's a fairly thin market. It makes up less than 1% of all trades. So it's not a big deal. It might be to you, but in the scheme of things, the bond market's where the action is 100 times bigger than the stock market. Think about that. Anyway, yes, they hit it. I don't know what the CRB index is for today. I won't get that for probably another 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because I get a printout every day. Now, silver, 28.94 off 232, and 15.77 on gold, and that looks like it was up a little bit better than it was, but you can expect a test tomorrow. All the professional traders, all of the people who watch the 200-day movie average and things like that, they'll be in there and they'll be buying if it holds. And, after gold goes down $375, I think it's pretty well sold out. What are they doing in the market? The United States government? I think you've just seen Gaddafi's gold get dumped. It's probably the main reason why they killed him. And so that's what I think you see. We're probably seeing another of other things as well. And, you people shouldn't be panicking. I'm getting lots of letters. What do? You buy. That's what you do. That's what I'm doing. I put my money where my mouth is. And this is a big psychological warfare piece that we're into here. Why? Well, there's all kinds of trouble out there. In Greece, 4% of profits were pulled from the banks in October. That's an annualized rate of 48%. And they're not pulling drachmas out, they're pulling euros out. That's going to continue. Now, one of the keys here of all the bad news is Greece. They're supposed to have an election the first week in February. If they don't, the people in Greece will go absolutely ballistic. The country will shut down until this Lucas Papanemos gets the hell out of there. Long-time member of the Trilateral Commission, worked for the Federal Reserve, worked as the number one guy under Trichet in the European Central Bank, Bilderberger and member of the Illuminati. And that goes for Draghi, who's running the ECB now, and it goes for Monti, who's running the Italian government. These people are all unelected. Anyway, the Illuminati is not going to let them have election. Greece is going to blow sky high. There's not going to be any payback of debt. Ireland and Portugal will go right behind them. And then Germany and France and others are going to have to see how they're going to come up with the $4 trillion that Italy and Spain needs to keep from going under over this next year. And if you're reading my publication, I got all the numbers in there. We're talking trillions of dollars they got to raise next year, along with the U.S. and others. The money isn't there. Now, if they want to keep the game going, they can't sell bonds except at outrageous rates. We sold bonds today. I think it was 6 and 7/8%. The market, it's going to be over 7% tomorrow. That's dreadful. And half of the German offering 2.5 weeks ago was sold. Nobody would buy the rest of it. This is Germany, supposedly the strongest economy in Europe. So what are they going to do? They're going to print money. And we're quickly going to have more inflation. And we will eventually have hyperinflation until they decide to pull the plug. And I'll get into that later. So, we have a situation where your government and other governments as well, only a handful of them, are manipulating the markets again, particularly commodities, gold and silver, platinum, palladium, and also they're holding the bond market at high levels to keep the yield down. Yield is very low today. I haven't seen it in an hour or so, but I think it was a recent low in the 10-year note Treasury. And they're all looking at a tough year or so. What is it?
1.90.
Right, and that's understandable. But the stock market, I see it coming across now, 190. The Dow off 131 at 11,823. S&P is down the equivalent of 120, and NASDAQ's the equivalent of 240 Dow points. We're looking 1577.30 off 85.80 right now on gold. Okay, let's get back. So we got Greece. Now, this is the reasons why they're putting gold and silver down. And they can't hold it down. I'm sure that they've been using derivatives big time, and I'm sure that there was some leasers of gold. Central banks that own gold lease it to Morgan. Morgan sells it into the market. Once it's sold into the market, Morgan is supposed to return the gold in 30 days or 90 days or 6 months, whatever it is. But they never do, because they're trying to manipulate the market, and they pay the central bank dollars, and the central bank is allowed by the IMF to carry that gold on their books as still being there. And that's a fact, Jack, and that's the way it works. That's the big lie. We're also looking at a fall-off in participation throughout the entire COMEX, particularly gold, silver, platinum, palladium. And the CME, COMEX may have just put themselves out of business because the CME, refuses to honor their commitment to cover the losses of people who were hurt in the MF Global disaster. And they made that official today. And I'm sure you saw Corzine will have to be re-questioned under oath about his knowledge of the rehypothecation of funds and where they came from. They had somebody on yesterday. I don't know who he was with. I forget. But anyway, in a capital position, so to speak. And he said, yeah, he knew about it. Of course he knew what was going on. So you lie under an oath in a situation like this, you're looking for 2 to 3 years easy. Anyway, getting back. So we've got central banks leasing back gold. Why are they doing that? To suppress gold? And also to give them cash because they don't have any money. Because people are drawing their money out all throughout Europe, and they're buying gold and silver.